Hello. Welcome to Da Vinci Eye Live, the first live um, so far. My name's Charity Lowe. I have been a professional artist since 2019, which really what it just means is that I had the confidence to start selling my artwork. It has nothing to do with skill. So, yeah, we are going to be drawing together at the same time. The reference photo is in the description, so you can either go through the um, Facebook group, the Da Vinci Eye Apps Facebook group, or you can go to my Facebook page to find that, which is Charity Lowe's Art. So, yeah. Um, so, let's get started. If you are having more than one project going at a time, I recommend getting a giant clipboard. Giant clipboard. This way you can have like as many projects as you want at the same time. Or a piece of cardboard that's big enough to hold your paper would work as well. And then what we're going to do, I'm going to show you my screen here. I am going to connect my phone to my TV, so I'm going to swipe from the top right, and there's like this little two rectangles connected to each other. Press that, press the TV I want to mirror, and then it should pop up. So there we go, it's on my TV. And now we're going to go into the Da Vinci Eye app. Sorry, I have another drawing that's going on at the same time. So if you were on the main page, just press plus draw and then select the image you want to draw. I'm going to use AR mode because it's a lot easier to do bigger pieces that take forever with the AR mode because it will automatically realign it for you later. And the first thing we're going to do is make a anchor. So I'm going to take a small piece of paper. I would recommend at least the size of a card, like a bank card, but larger. I feel it's a lot better than that size. So I'm just taking a permanent marker, just scribbling on it. It doesn't have to be super fancy. And since this is a new anchor, I will show you how to make a new anchor if you need to. So we go to tools, we go to AR and anchors, make an anchor. So what we're going to do is take a picture. So I'm moving the screen closer, the phone closer. I'm going to take a picture of it, use photo, and then crop. Press done, and then we're going to measure. So let me just get the ruler because I'm not 100% sure what size this is at the moment. And I'm going to use inches. You can use centimeters for this. So mine is 5.5 inches. You just have to measure the one side. You don't have to measure both. It'll automatically do the other side for you. And press done. And now you got yourself a new anchor. Moving my phone back up. so I can see the entire drawing surface. I'm going to lock focus. Okay. Just keep on saying lock focus. I'm going to put that aside for now. I am going to be drawing an 11 by 14 inch piece of paper. You don't have to do that if you don't have it. So that's 27.9 by 35.6 centimeters. And I'm using mixed media paper for it, but I also like to use Bristol or drawing paper. There is a smoother side to the paper. There is a smoother side to the paper, and you want to use the smoother side for this. And you want to tape it down. So it doesn't move. I'll let you see through the screen for a minute. You are more than welcome to ask questions as we go along. I think I made too big of a piece. Oh, whatever. Okay, and now got to tape down the anchor. So let's make sure this is the right way. Yep. So put it on the top. The screen does see the whole thing. I'm just going to tape it down as well. Okay. I'm just going to see if I can hear this thing so I can see if the volume's working. There we go. Okay, sorry, I'm just playing around with the sounds here. Okay, the materials you're gonna need is an 8B pencil and a 4B pencil and an HB pencil and a 4H pencil. I use a black watercolor pencil as well, but you can substitute that for anything else that will give you a black, like as black as possible. And then I use a mono zero eraser. Sorry. And I also like to use an electric eraser. So it spins. And I like a knead eraser as well for softer edges, and a blending stump and toilet paper. Or paper towel or tissue paper works. for blending, that's what that's for. Okay, so let's start drawing. For some reason, one of my cameras is not working for me. Because I'd like to show you this view. So just give me a second. You can start gathering your supplies while I try to figure this out. Okay. Me. Okay, while we're waiting for that to work, I'm going to adjust the image to where I want it to be. So you can go smaller and larger, and then press the move button to lock it in. And then I'm gonna go into breakdown mode. Breakdown mode, turn off cutout and increase to 5 steps. And then press done. Okay, I'm still working on this one camera here so you can have a better view of a side-by-side for the app and the drawing space. Okay. Hopefully this works. Yes, it works. Okay, what I'm going to do is zoom into one section at a time, which makes it a lot less daunting to do. And I'm going to start with the 4H pencil. I'm going to change the opacity so I can see where I'm drawing or where I have drawn. And then I'm going to do circular motions with the 4B pencil, coloring in all the red areas. You can change the color if red is harder for you to see. This section, like this process, does take some time, so don't rush yourself. The reason why I'm doing circular motions is so that it's easier to blend later. So yeah, just continue doing circular motions for the whole piece. You're not pressing very hard for this, just a light pressure. It's not going to match exactly the shade, but it'll just help you have a layout of it and also a solid base of the drawing. I'm actually going to put this down just a little bit. There we go. Okay, and now that we've done that step, we're going to stay in the same area and we're going to use the HB pencil for this. And we switch to step 2 and we just color in the red areas just like the first step. Still circular motions and light pressure. Because the pencil is softer than the last one we used, it is going to be darker. So don't color in the white areas. Just leave those alone. These videos will be posted after they have been aired live so that if you need to watch again and to catch up to where I'm at, that is possible for you. Okay, now that I've done step 2, now it's time for step 3. Oh, sorry. And I'm going to be using a 4B pencil, also just the red areas and circular motions. Actually, I'm going to sharpen my pencil. Oh. Got stuck because it's too short, but that's okay. It's what handheld sharpeners are for. Still light pressure and circular motions. So this is a really cool thing about the app is that you can trace shadows and highlights. Any other tracer, you won't be able to do that. You'll be able to outline, like trace the outline of them, but not the actual shadows and highlights. You notice the areas are getting smaller and smaller because we're building the shadows. Okay, so now we're at the final step 4, which I'm going to be using the 8B pencil, and I'm just coloring in the dark areas, still in circular motions and light pressure. But because it is a softer pencil, it will look darker. Just take your time. We're not in a rush. Enjoy the process. Just relax and meditate. Here's what it looks like on the page so far. And what we're going to do next is move over and then start the process all over again. I will answer questions as they come in, and I will try my best to answer them. Soft pressure, circular motions, and coloring only the red areas. Hello! Sorry, the writing is very small on here. Mazo X, is that how you say your name? Where are you from? I want to know where people are from. I am just an employee. I make ads for the app, but Sam is the one who developed the app, and he's a wonderful person. But thank you. I love the app too. It's a wonderful tool. You're from Turkey. I am Canadian. I'm the only Canadian on the team of the Da Vinci I app. So I'm using a 4H pencil on this first step, just circular motions and light pressure. It is a long process to do the whole drawing, but it does help with a good solid back, like first layer. So yes, I am looking at the TV that's above me. It looks exactly like the screen you're seeing right now. And here is the overview. And it also like seeing it through the TV is actually easier to do bigger pieces. Like I'm doing an 11 by 14 inch drawing. Okay, we are done the first step. Now we're going to the second one and coloring only the red areas using an HB pencil and light pressure. Because the pencils are softer, they are going to be darker naturally. So yeah, when the TV is mirroring what your phone is seeing, you can do very large pieces. What singers do I think of when drawing? Right now, I have a bunch of Miss Rachel songs stuck in my head just for the fact that I have a baby girl. I'm hoping that's what you were trying to say. I like to listen to the soundtrack of The Greatest Showman, and I also like to listen to Lindsey Sterling. And I have bad English too, so my spelling's really bad. I have to like triple check myself. I don't know if you guys can hear Miss Rachel playing in the background. but that's what my daughter's watching right now in the living room. Aw, thanks. My life has definitely turned around for much better recently. I previously was a healthcare aide, but I my daughter was so big she actually broke me. Like I had a broken bone afterwards, and now I can't work as a healthcare aide because bending over is very hard. But I absolutely love working with the Da Vinci Eye team. So I am using a I should be using no, I got it right. A 4B pencil, still light pressure and circular motions. I personally, well, yeah, I have my own Instagram account. It's under Charity Lowe's Art, and also if you want to draw with me, there's photos posted. The photo is posted on the Da Vinci Eye app's Facebook group and also on my Facebook page, which is under Charity Lowe's Art. So if you want to download it and draw with me, there, there you can find it. I I love the app in itself, but I also love how they created a community out of it too. Like they are dedicated to this app. I um I am mirroring it to my TV with AirPlay. There's like a millisecond delay, but it's not that like it doesn't affect my drawing whatsoever. I can show you how to set it up. Just give me a second. So I'm just disconnecting it. And then, so I'm just grabbing the right stuff here. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna swipe from the right and then the little squares here, and then select your TV and it pops up there. Which color do I like to use the most? I don't have a favorite color. At least when it comes to drawing, there's no certain color I like to use the most. Hopefully sometime down the road I will show you how I do my color drawings. Because that would be kind of fun to teach. It's a different process than this one. I'm glad I was able to help you with that. My favorite color combo, like I think I have a color combo that I like best. I like dark purple with light green, but that's just because I like the look of it. It doesn't mean that I'll draw it very often. So right now I'm using an 8B pencil, also soft pressure and circular motions. I don't know what color I drew most as a kid. I really don't. I think I just enjoyed all the colors because that's like reality is there's every color in the world. I've also noticed lately I've been buying like clothes and bags and cases for my devices all blue, so maybe subconsciously I like blue too. I also really love blue on my baby girl. She's just so pretty in blue. Okay, now we're moving to the next step, or like the next section, going back to the first step and using the 4H pencil. You can draw along with me. I have the reference photo posted on my Facebook page as well as the Da Vinci Eye Apps Facebook group. I posted it on my page just in case you're not part of that group yet. But yeah. Do I think the Mona Lisa would be as valuable as it is today? If it was drawn today, sorry. That's a good question. There's a lot of different factors that would be that would eh, that would have to be considered when answering such questions. I can't spit out words today, so I don't think that one form of art is better than another, so that question is very hard for me to answer. Okay, now back to HB pencil in the step 2. Light pressure and circular motions. Just the red areas. Nowadays, everyone uses Mid-Journey. I don't know what that means. I'm sorry. Oh, I I don't think it's art in itself. Like the idea it's art, but having somebody draw, like an AI to draw it for you, is not art in my opinion. But it can help with your own creations. Like just to visualize what you're thinking a bit better. I have used it for, like, myself, for just personal use, because I'm just curious on like things that, like how I would look in certain styles, or what other things would look like in certain styles, but I've never used it and called it my own artwork. It's called artwork for a reason. You gotta work. Okay, now to step 3, and using the 4B pencil, circular motion, soft pressure, and just the red areas. I hope my thought process on the AI generated artwork made sense to you. Because yeah, I'm having problems with words today. I'll show you what it looks like so far. You can kind of start to see something emerging from what seems to be randomness if you're just using one square at a time. You don't have to get every single detail perfectly, because you are going over it again later with the strobe mode on after we're done filling this whole page in. This is definitely going to take more than one session because it takes me about 10 hours to do one drawing at this size in black and white. So it will take about a little over a month. Leonardo da Vinci was a really skilled artist. Like, I believe he made his own paints, and he was really good at blending. And I believe, like, he also traced too because he was a man of science as well. There was tracers called called camera obscura and camera lucida, which were very popular for a while. He was really good at drawing to scale people and like the whole human body. Like he was a wonderful person. I think it's the other way around. I think Leonardo da Vinci is way better than me. Yes, he was an anatomy expert, and he drew a lot of it too, and he kept records and stuff. Um, and then he also like invented some things that were way beyond his years too. Like he was a very intelligent person. Like not beyond his years, but like beyond his time. Sorry. um, Another thing is Da Vinci is not really his name. He was a child born out of wedlock, so he didn't have a last name. So they used the town that he was in for his last name. This is an interesting random fact. That's all I wanted to say. Sometimes I just get lost in the process, so I stop thinking. And if I stop thinking, I stop talking. Circular light pressures. I'm going to keep on saying it over and over again with the the H4 pencil. People find it strange that I draw pictures as a fighter pilot. So you're Draw pictures as a... I'm not 100% sure what you mean by that. Are you saying that's your job as a fighter pilot and then you do drawing on the side? Is that what you're trying to say? Ooh, another thing that you guys might be interested in is that we are doing like a giveaway challenge, which means I post challenges every Wednesday on the Facebook group. And if you complete 5 out of 10, you will be entered to win a draw. The prizes are $30 for 3 people. And that's US dollars, just to clarify. Okay, I'm using an HB, light pressure, circular motions. We're just building on top of each other, just one layer at a time. I like to choose pencils that are far enough apart that you can actually tell the difference between the two by using the same amount of pressure. So that's why I chose H4, HB, 4B, and 8B. Like they're 4 pencils apart from each other. Now I'm using 4B for step 3 and still just coloring in the white areas using circular motions and light pressure. I'm thinking about doing like a quick sketch at the beginning of each video as just like kind of a warm up, and then hopefully down the road I will be able to display other people's artworks as like an intro before we get into things as well. But I'm working on that still, trying to figure it out. And then I'm also planning on doing like a little coffee break in between the 2 hours. So it'll be more of a chat time, chilling, resetting, and then after that we can start again. Okay, step 4, 8B, and there's not a lot for 8B on this time around. Just do your best. You don't have to be perfect. This is only just the base coat for the drawing. And the reason why I like to turn off cutout mode is because there's usually like a little gap between the layers, like the shades. So I like to just build on bigger areas for the lighter and then get darker and darker with smaller areas. So there's no gap between. Okay, next area for H, circular motions and light pressures, just coloring in the red areas. Enjoy the meditating, like meditative part of drawing. Enjoy the ability to relax while drawing. We don't want to stress too much. Because I think the most important thing about being an artist is being able to enjoy the process. And my way of enjoying it is just being able to relax, because there's very few parts of the day where I get to relax. Okay, now it's time for step 2, and there's not as much dark areas anymore. Step 2 with an HB pencil, light pressure and circular motions. Okay, we've done the first row. I like to start on the left and work my way to the right because I am right-handed. Oh wait, I'm just gonna make sure that's all the space that I need. I'm gonna just double check. There's a little spot that I missed. Just a little. 4B. And just make sure. I think I got that already. And then, yeah. I like to work from left to right, so I'm not smudging anything. But if you are left-handed, do the opposite. So 4H, coloring in the entire colored area. And I just want to show you, you can change the color, whatever makes it easier for you to see. And change the opacity here. There we go. Changing the opacity to have the perfect balance of being able to see your drawing and the original reference. circular motions, and light pressure. It looks like I'm possibly going to be able to get more than half of this step done today. Okay, step 2 with the HB pencil, soft pressure and circular motions. And the different softnesses of pencils will automatically give you the different shades, so don't worry about that. We also want to avoid putting too much pressure on the paper because we don't want to indent it. Okay, after I'm done this section here, I'm going to take a quick break. If think about some questions that you want to ask. The only break I'm going to really do is just drink something and answer questions. Okay, time for a quick break. I'm going to grab my drink. I'm not advertising anything. So you guys have any questions for me? If you are watching this after the fact, just put some comments down below and I will try to answer those in a following video. So right now we are doing a giveaway challenge. So what that is you got to complete 10 out of 5 challenges that I post on a weekly basis, which is Wednesday. Oh, not 10 out of 5. I'm sorry. 5 out of 10. Sorry, I'm having a dyslexic moment in my brain. 5 out of 10 challenges. And then there's 3 prizes of $30 US for just randomly drawn, like a random draw for the people who completed the challenge. So that's on the Facebook group, on the Da Vinci Eye Facebook group. So if you aren't there yet, join, answer the questions, all of them, please. And yeah. If you don't have the Da Vinci Eye app, I can also give you a promo code to try the app for free for a year. So in the comments, in the comments, just tell me what kind of phone you use and I will give you the proper code for it. Or you can find me on the Facebook, even better, find me on the Facebook group and message me on there. So that, yeah. What else? I think that pretty much is it. If you do have any like questions or concerns about like the app and the software, you can contact the app developer. His name's Sam, on info@davinciiapp.com. So just email him and he will respond to you pretty quick. So yeah. If you want me to show you anything, just comment at any time and I will do my best to do that for you. Okay, now let's get back to drawing. Don't want to drink too much because that means I'll have to go to the bathroom in the middle of the live. So we did step 2 already. And now we're doing step 3 with a 4B pencil. Sorry. Excusez-moi. Soft pressure and circular motions. If you want to see more videos like this, please like, follow, subscribe, and you won't miss a beat. And also, I have a question for you. Do you want me to do big drawings like this so you can draw like photorealistic? It's not quite hyper-realistic. Photorealistic drawings, or would you like to have like shorter sketches and more tech-related stuff, trying to show you how to do things with the app and set it up and such? I do have an Android, so I can show you how it works on the Android as well. Okay, and now it is the 4th step with the 8B pencil. light pressure and circular motions, and do your best, but you do not have to be perfect with the little details on here. I will answer questions as they come in, so don't hesitate to comment in the chat. I'm just following those red areas. So this is breakdown mode, and I have it with the cutout off and with 5 steps. It only shows 4 steps, but I set it up as 5 steps. I also encourage you, if you're drawing along, to go ahead and listen to your favorite music. Okay, next section. Step 1 with a 4H pencil. Light pressure and circular motions. The circular motion is for easy blending later on. So you just continue doing the same steps all the way until you're done the whole drawing. And if this is getting to the point where you are having a hard time with being awake during this, you could always watch when it is posted afterwards. Or you just need a little bit, like, need to take a break. You could always come back at a later time and watch this at a later time. Sorry, I'm laughing at myself because I can hear myself after the fact, and yeah, I sound silly. Okay, Step 2, and a HB pencil. Light pressure and circular motions, only shading in the red areas. You're going to start seeing the face start to emerge from what looks like total randomness. Yeah, for just doing one section at a time. If you're a beginner, you can do this. This is pretty easy. And you can even call it done if you want after you've done this step all the way through. Okay, step 3 and 4B. Still circular motions and soft pressure. The difference in the pencils being softer and lighter or harder would automatically give the different shades for you. So you don't need to put extra pressure on to make things darker, at least not at this stage. You're gonna do that later on when you are for sure knowing where you're gonna put those really dark areas. This is just the first layer. I call it the blocking stage, and yeah, it's just to give you a good foundation before you start doing the fine details. Oh, I forgot to do a step. Step 4, 8B. And then the next section, starting the process all over again. Wait, here you go. And you can start to see it come together here. So at the beginning of this video, I taped everything to a giant clipboard. This way I can have more than one project going at a time. Currently I have 2 projects going on at a time. So you can use a piece of cardboard or a piece of wood. That would work too. Just try to have it so it's a smooth surface if possible. Also, I am using AR mode because when it comes to a multi-day project, which this will definitely be that, I can put it away, and as long as I use a different anchor for everything else, it will automatically realign itself because I have everything taped down. you are looking for the reference photo, it is posted in the Facebook group called Da Vinci Eye Apps group. And if you are not a member of that yet, you could also go to my Facebook page, which is Charity Lowe's Art, and it will be there too. You can just download it from there and you can draw along with me. Okay, HB pencil and just coloring in those red areas. And the face is quite lighter than the hair, so this is going to go by fairly fast compared to the other sections so far. Feel free to ask questions or just even chat with me, and I will respond. And last up, which I don't think there's any, oh, there is. There's a little bit, just a little bit of detail in the eyebrows. Those are the darker hairs. And now the next step again. For H, one section at a time. Slow and steady wins the race. Well, in this case, slow and steady gets more details, if that's what you're looking for. You don't have to do what I do. Art is art. You can be more impressionistic or abstract, whatever you want to do, as long as you enjoy what you're doing, because that's, to me, is what art is important about. Art is enjoyment. Personally, I like photorealistic art because I enjoy the process, but I also enjoy seeing it come to life little by little. This live is just to show you how you can get photorealistic drawings using the app, how the app can help you achieve that. And I believe you can do it even if you're a beginner artist. So I'm using a HB pencil for this section, always circular motions and always light pressure. Okay, step 3 and 4B. Or I could say before. Before and after. I remember playing bingo with the seniors at the place that I used to work at. Um, and every time they say before, and we would say, and after. Almost 2 rows done. Did I get all the? I think I did. Okay, so now we're doing a 4H. Sorry. Circular motions and light pressure. And they're both actually to help with blending afterwards, because we're going to blend it all together afterwards and then erase some highlights and then put in like our darkest darks that we can do. Having a little bit of a hard time seeing where I've already drawn, so I'm going to adjust the opacity a bit. Okay, step 2, and an HB pencil for those red areas. How many of you are drawing with me? I'm just curious. Or are you just watching and enjoying the ASMR that's naturally happening in this video? I'm starting to see hair strands kind of emerge from this process right here. I'll show you. Okay, step 3 and 4B. Okay, and we're done the second row. We get to do the eyes here soon. That's going to be fun. Oh, wait. I keep on forgetting to do this, but I doubt that there is anything here. Oh, there is. There is a little bit. 8B. If you forget, that's okay, because this is only just the base. Okay, 4B again. Circular motions, just the red areas that are being shown in step 1. Ooh, somebody liked the video. Just light pressure. We're trying to avoid making any scratch marks. Or another tip is kind of use the side of your pencil, not the tip of your pencil. Like, it helps with coloring in the area better. Well, not coloring in it, but shading in. Okay, step 2, HB. Now we're doing the ear. The fun parts are happening. The actual facial features, which is you're gonna see it come to life pretty quick. Or at least get to the point where it's recognizable. I want to show you guys something real quick. So let's say if you accidentally push the move button and it's all like it's not lined up again, compress. There's like two arrows that look like they're turnaround arrows. You press on that until it's lined up again. So you don't worry about accidentally moving it because you can fix that mistake. Undo button. I love it. Aww. I just heard my baby whimper a bit. She's safe, but and taken care of. Circular motions. Try to use the side of the pencil, makes it a lot softer. And light pressure. Don't want to press too hard because if you dent the paper, you'll never be able to get that mark off. Okay, and 4B pencil. So, who is your all-time favorite artist? Who inspires you the most? I am curious. Please comment in the comments. My 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 artists that inspire me are the hyper realistic artists. There's one in particular that's on TikTok very often who a while back she drew a bearded man with a snake on his head and it was beautiful. I inspire to be just like them. Back to 4H. Do you see it coming together? Trust the process is what they always say now. I am already enjoying how it's looking so far. I'm curious, can you guys hear the music in the background? Because my TV's on playing Miss Rachel at the moment because my daughter's out there. Can't hear anything. Good. Oh, wait. Can you at least hear me? Hi, Sam. I hope I'm doing a good job. You let me know if I can make things a bit better. Okay, we're going into step 2 with an HB pencil. Circular motions and soft pressure. We are working on a corner of an eye. Step 3 and a 4B pencil. Step 4, and now we're doing 8B. So this is mostly the eyelashes that we're shading in. Okay, now another section. H4. soft circular motions. Sam, I need some generic music to go on here. I need some music, some background music that's not copyrighted. That would be awesome. Okay, step 2 and a HB pencil. Still circular motions and light pressure. Step 3, 4B. Circular motions and soft pressure. And the different softnesses of the pencil will automatically give you the different shades. So you don't have to worry about pressing too hard. Just do it for you. Oh. we are going to do something. Just give me a second. Okay, it's just that phone right there. Okay, it should be fine. Hopefully, cross our fingers. Camera was about to die. Looks like all the other cameras are good. It's just that one. Okay. 8B actually, step 4. Okay, H4, just color in the red areas, circular motions, and soft pressure. You can do smaller sections at a time if you'd like, or bigger sections. It's all up to you. Step 2, 4B, and continue with the soft and circular motions. Oh, I got the wrong one. HB, not 4B. Sometimes it happens, but that's okay. Graphite's pretty forgiving. I am very pleased with how much I got done today and how it's looking. Step 3, and now we're using 4B. Oh, accidentally did the last step, which is not quite there yet, but that's okay. Again, graphite's pretty forgiving. Just laughing at myself. Now it's time for the final step, which I just have to darken it a little bit more. Oh, and it's good timing because I'm at 20%. Okay, got 2 eyes done today and the hair. I hope you enjoyed the video. You can find me on the Facebook group called Da Vinci Eye Apps group. And if you don't have the app and want to try it out for a year for free, just find me on there and send me a message, and I will get you the code for that. And yeah, I'll be back again same time next Thursday, and you guys have a wonderful day.